Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the All You Need to Know Pokemon Z-Ring toy series, and in this episode we will be activating this toy using our lovely 3DS. Now, just a precaution for those who have not played the game yet, there may be spoilers as I'll be showcasing some of the Pokemon moves, so I'm just gonna put a spoiler warning up here and you have been warned. But before we begin, we have to do some preparations first. First off, switch your toy to the 3DS mode, which is a single arrow and it'll glow yellow. Next, in your 3DS settings and in-game settings, ensure that your battle effects are turned on. And also make sure your volume is up because this device activates by listening to the 3DS sounds, so no sound, no effects. I also like to highlight that this device does not affect your gameplay in any way. It doesn't unlock any additional effects, or you can't trigger your Z move in-game by activating this toy, nor does it add more damage to your Pokemon Z move or whatsoever. So what activates this device? As mentioned earlier, it is activated by listening to specific sounds played in the game. Let's call them trigger sounds. So for example, activating the Pokemon Z moves. In this example, I have my Target holding the Normalium Z, and I have the Normalium Z crystal attached to this toy as well. So taking a quick look at the video. As you can see, once it's fully activated, the crystal's insignia lights up, the device produces a few sound and lighting effects in correlation to the Z crystals attached, and it vibrates. So breaking down what sound actually activates the device and when does it happen during the move. So when the Z-Ring listens to these trigger sounds, it'll activate. So like the game, this device has 3 phases to the whole move effect. We'll call them acts. So the first act is selecting the Z power move. The second act is when your trainer is performing the Z power dance. Real dancing optional. And the third act comes after the text where it says your Pokemon unleashes its full force Z move, and you'll be greeted by the image of the crystal on screen with the specified move names. So once it listens to all 3 trigger sounds, you'll be getting the full length effect. There's a chance that the device may miss one of these trigger sounds, and sometimes you may pick up on the one after. For example, it picks up on the first and last trigger sound but misses on the second, so you get the sound and lighting effect for the first and last act but not the second. And sometimes it doesn't even pick up any of those sound cues at all. So it's really unpredictable in that sense, which is why it's recommended to play it without the interference of other sounds. So even if you put the wrong crystal and you activate the Z move, it'll still play all the sound effects if it picks up on the sound cues, but the insignia in the middle does not light up. That's the only difference. And of course, the feature of this device, the rotating crystal. What can it do? Well, sorry to disappoint you, but it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that when you put in the Z specific crystals and activate the specific Z power moves, such as the Splintered Storm Shard move, if the crystal is rotated, then the insignia will light up, but if it's unrotated, it's the same as putting in the wrong crystal. It'll play all the sound effects, but the insignia will not light up. There's a short animation showing that the crystal is to be rotated, but I'm not sure if that's an instruction or just an animation for sure, as I've tried numerous times to rotate the crystal during the Z power move, but it either messes with the device's timing with picking up sound cues, or the insignia doesn't light up even when rotated. I believe it's supposed to pick up the sound after it's rotated, but for some reason my device always fails to do so after rotation, so let me know if you guys have had any success. Just when you think this is the end, there's more! According to the instruction manual, it claims that in addition to Z move activated sounds, it also has a few in-game activations such as reacting to when new Z crystals are acquired, challenging island kahunas, when a Z crystal is selected in the bag, and also when entering specific in-game location. And I've managed to test most of them successfully, but not all, so let's explore this. When you're giving a specific Z crystal for your Pokemon to hold, it'll have a trigger sound, and the device plays the corresponding Z crystal sounds, and the insignia of the crystal only lights up if you place the correct Z crystal in relation to the crystal given to your Pokemon. If not, it'll still play the sounds, but the insignia just won't light up. Battling the kahuna is pretty much the same as receiving a new Z crystal, so you get this sound. As for entering specific in-game locations, you just get this whenever it picks up a sound cue. However, to be able to get the random sound cues, you'd have to wear this bracelet the entire time you're playing the game, or else you'd miss these little tidbits, and most of the players won't be bothered to put this device on whenever they're playing, but it just helps enhance their experience a little bit more. Also, I've received plenty of random sounds from the device when I'm playing at places without sound cues, or even sometimes when it hears other sounds like from the computer, it still activates. So I'm not entirely sure what other sounds activates this device, or it could be just a buggy device and it just jumps whenever it detects a sound wave. So comparing with the older model, the new device can pick up sound from all 4 Pokemon games, whereas the older Z-Ring can only pick up Pokemon Sun and Moon. Even though you're using the basic Z crystals in the newer game, which I do not understand, so I thought they are using the same sound cues, did they added something extra in the sound wave that the older device can't pick up? That's mean. Basically, this guy has selective hearing while this guy eavesdrops and hears everything. Also, a quick update following up on the battery issue. As mentioned in the previous video, it was said this device will glow red if the batteries are low, which I managed to capture. So here's pressing the FX button, you'll see a red glow followed by its sound effects, and after changing the batteries, the red flow disappears and the sound and lighting is as vibrant as ever. The power is back! And that concludes today's episode of all you need to know about the Pokemon Z-Ring device in relation to the 3DS mode. As you can see, once you have all the necessary things to get this device going, then it makes this a great toy to have. However, I'm sure not a lot of players will go through the trouble of wearing this device throughout the entirety of the game just so they could feel some vibrations. And even if you want to activate the Z specific crystals on your toy, you'd have to do a lot of grinding, as you have to level up that specific Pokemon in order to learn that specific move, so you could use the Z specific crystals in game, which can then activate your toy to perform those acts. So it may be a huge hassle for some people just to go through all that just so you could activate some specific sounds, but if you're a hardcore Pokemon fan, I'm sure it'll be done either way. For example, for Lycanroc, you'd have to level him up to level 48 to learn Stone Edge, and letting Lycanroc hold the Lycanium Z changes that particular move to his special Z move, and same goes for Mimikyu. Gotta level him up to level 46 so he can learn Play Rough and so on. So to those who's taking on the challenge, I wish you all the best, and to those who've completed and unlocked the device's full potential, I congratulate you. I'll still be featuring 2 more episodes on this series, and I apologize for taking so much time as I'm working on other reviews as well, and I'll be releasing a few more videos just before I take a break for Christmas and New Year's. So I hope you guys will stay tuned for that, and I still hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and share it around to help others figure out their devices as well. Don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future, and thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are embracing your inner Pokemon trainer and having a great week. Stay awesome, stay geeky, and I'll see you guys at the next video.